Hey guys, welcome back. Fullmetal Alchemist today. Since I missed last week, I'm going to do 2 episodes today because I missed the show so much and I want to see what happens next. So last episode ended with right. Mustang is just basically said that Bradley might be homunculus, and then they walk into the room and there's Bradley. So, uh-oh. And then Ed, Ling, and we got swallowed up by a gluttony's belly. So we'll see how they get out of that. Otherwise, one thing I didn't really talk on too much is Pride's around. So we know that now. Pride was in the form of a butterfly, if I recall correctly. Which, like, is Pride always a butterfly? Because we just saw last episode, Envy can transform into animals. So can both Envy and Pride both transform into anything they want? I guess. And the only thing I was thinking about with Bradley is they do keep highlighting the fact that he has an adopted son, Salim. So they're either gonna do something with this son. It's gonna be a more sad plot point where he has to kill his son. I don't know. He's gonna do something with his son, or he's gonna become like a turncoat, because maybe he's actually grown attached to. Because Pride was saying last episode, I hope you're not becoming too attached to these humans, or they said something like that. So maybe he's actually gonna protect his wife and his adopted son, and not obey father's wishes. That'll definitely give more like substance to the character, and I think that would be a pretty cool point to see, rather than Bradley just being all out evil. So that'd be cool. Alright, so we're going to watch 2 today. First episode is episode 25, Doorway of Darkness. Sounds very lighthearted. I'm excited to see it. Let's go. I think we're going to get a new OP soon. Considering I think we've seen everything in this one now. I'm excited to see Envy, Ling, and Ed work together to get out. Like, I don't see anything else happening. I'm pretty sure they're all going to work together to get out. I would imagine. Link and Envy shouldn't. Yep.
You can't call the future emperor of a nation an idiot.
Aren't you the 12th son?
How do I know you're not Envy in disguise?
Oh, good point.
Run. Will you come in a little run, you jack? Okay, it's really you.
I mean, Envy could have reacted like that too, because Envy knows that Ed doesn't like that, but.
So you think this cavernous void is the inside of Gluttony's stomach?
I think so.
Check this out.
So, he really eats everything, huh? No,
Oh,
I guess Envy could also be on the outside, depending where Envy's like central life source is. Like, Gluttony's is in his tongue. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Maybe she got eaten by a stray dog or something.
Well, you can't just say that.
Was joking.
It's not a funny joke.
She's actually a panda, but she got a disease when she was a baby and it kept her from growing all the way.
Aw.
My
Oh, we're getting into the backstory now. Okay, this seems
is one of the
out of nowhere.
houses
Where are you guys even hiding out? It seems like they're still in the city.
Anyway,
for attaining immortality and present it to the emperor. It's almost certain my clan will perish. That's why I risked my life.
Either get yourself a suit of armor or become a homunculus, I guess. Well, I guess they can't become a homunculus. We definitely get you a suit of armor, though, and then you'd be immortal.
You mean you're gonna help me try to find her?
Aww. Oh, we're not even gonna touch in on Mustang?
This is really starting to get old. Blood doesn't make for good terrain.
Yeah, I wonder what walking through blood would feel like.
I can't make it. Don't tell me. You're giving up so soon?
What?
Are you that pathetic? I'm seriously leaving you here. I'm not messing around, Ling. And if
I guess Envy isn't down here. I guess Envy's
this to look forward to.
life force was still in the real realm outside of Gluttony's belly.
Out there.
Oh, no, there's enemy right there. I said it too soon.
Known to be you guys. Just going to start begging the enemy for help like that? If it means surviving,
I'm sure.
I'll be his best friend. It doesn't matter.
I'm sure Emmy doesn't want to be here either.
That's it.
Well,
All we can do is wait here to die.
that's not happening. Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist.
It's Fuhrer Bradley, isn't it?
Nope. That's their brother.
Serious?
Human lives.
Does Envy know that father is also Ed and Al's father? I guess they wouldn't. Why the homunculi know that, I guess.
And the one that proudly pulled the trigger was none other than yours truly.
Really? Wow. So our Mystrians aren't even responsible for the start of the war. It's all Envy and Father's plan.
I mean, talk about invigorating.
I don't think Envy would be this pivotal of a character. That's crazy.
You're the one to blame.
I'm sure Father's mainly the reason, but Envy was definitely the one that
He didn't budge.
pulled the trigger.
Okay then, if that's how you want it. Ed, get back!
Oh.
I'm gonna show you two boys something.
Why does this sound like a boss battle is about to start?
Consider it a party gift.
Are we killing Envy right now?
Prince, back with
Whoa. Okay, so they're all OP aside from lust and greed?
How is that a homunculus? They're supposed to be artificial humans, right?
Meanwhile... Gluttony, stop it.
Gluttony, will you take me with you? Will you take me to meet your father?
Whoa! Please do, that'd be so cool.
He'll be happy since you're a human sacrifice.
Oh, sure, right. That's why he'll want to meet me.
Yeah, there we go.
And I guess I'll find out what that means.
Means you might be a sacrifice.
In regards to the search for potential sacrifices, our only candidates are the Elric brothers.
What about Dr. Marco? Isn't he ready?
And wasn't Mustang one of them too?
Kimberly.
I doubt that Kimberly could muster up the nerve it takes to open the portal.
Open a portal, so like they want to turn Kimberly into a homunculus?
The homunculi have been controlling this entire nation since its inception.
Wow.
So all this time,
Hughes's child screeched throughout the entirety of his funeral,
He wanted to kill the child?
trembling with anger.
Yeah. I was gonna say, he wanted to kill that child.
you have a child too.
You're speaking of Celine? He's more well-behaved than that.
I was gonna say, you can love your own child but hate other children.
React if he fa-
I know exactly who to use as your weak point.
Hawkeye?
Lieutenant Hawkeye!
I need you to take this.
Alright.
Being reassigned, sir?
That's correct.
She'll be under my watch from now on.
Yep. Oh, right, we're here.
Hell no! You go and play by yourself! This isn't good!
Oh my god, this is... what are we doing here?
Ed!
I just thought of what's gonna happen.
Can you make a weapon? You got it! With this ocean
I'll
of
wait till
blood,
episode's over.
There's plenty of iron to work with.
Ah, that's true. That's right. Because they're shrouded in blood.
You have the tackiest sense of taste.
Your father is living in Central?
Well, that explains as to why Bradley in episode 14 got to Father so quickly, right? It like cut to him where Father's headquarters was at. All right, quick thoughts on episode 25. So Gluttony is currently carrying Envy, Ling, and Ed, which means when Gluttony and Al reach Father, the second Ed, Ling, and Envy come out of Gluttony's belly, they're also gonna be with Father too. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be this episode coming up. I hope it is. Like, if Ed and Al find out this episode that their father is father of the homunculi, that's a crazy reveal for only being not even halfway through the series though. So I'm like, where is this story going for another 30 plus episodes? I don't like. There's so much left to tell apparently. And again, why were greed and lust so easy to beat, and gluttony and envy are seemingly like very powerful? Like, lust was beaten just by Mustang, right? And greed was, well, I guess greed wasn't beaten by Ed, but Ed beat up greed pretty easily. I just figured that they would all be like equally powerful, like to some extent, but I don't know. Gluttony and envy seem to be pretty strong. And the last thing before jumping into the next episode, they were talking about it was like Dr. Kimball, that guy that Envy had prisoner. They said something about opening the portal, so they mentioned that gluttony was like a failed experiment of trying to get the portal open, which I guess all the homunculi are in some way. They try to get the portal, unless, like, can they all enter like a failed portal through their sign they have like on them? I forget what they call it, the Ouroboros sign tattoo thing, or is it just specifically gluttony? And also, so does that mean they want to turn Kimball into homunculus and hope that they get the portal thing correct this time? And can you turn an already living person into homunculus, or do you have to create them from scratch? Because gluttony doesn't look like a regular human, whereas like lust, greed, envy, and wrath, they all look like regular people. So I'm like, I feel like gluttony was made from scratch, which I feel like they all have to be made the same way, unless they don't have to. That also makes me think that maybe pride really is just a butterfly. Like, that's all pride is. Pride was a butterfly previously, and then Father was like, let's make you pride. To be kind of like used as like the informant or as the spy, I guess. But also envy can do that too. So I'm just really, I want to learn more about the homunculi and like what their individual roles are and their strengths. But so episode 26, called Reunion. I know some animes have really spoilery titles, Naruto especially, but it's kind of hard not to see the episode titles when I'm queuing it up. So I'll try not to look at them, but like it's just right there. So I'm assuming we're gonna get a reunion this episode. Probably the last 2 minutes of the episode, knowing how anime works, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and get started. This has been a fun journey. Not even halfway through, which is amazing. I can see why this anime sits at the top of a lot of people's lists. I don't think it's quite there for me yet. It's definitely in my top 5, I would say, but I really love Attack on Titan and Naruto. Naruto without the filler. With the filler, it's like not nowhere near the top 5, but I think Attack on Titan's my overall favorite anime, like from start to finish. But we'll see how this one ends. I mean, it's been nothing but strong so far, so it definitely stands a good chance. Is everyone just gonna is Scar and May gonna find the panda, which is with Al and Gluttony, and Ed and Ling and Envy are inside Gluttony, and they're trying to go to Father? So is everyone just gonna converge in one episode? That would be so crazy to see. I don't think we're gonna get that many reunions, but we'll see. Kill me. I wonder if, like, these are actual people that Envy has accumulated, but, like, Envy can take on the form of people that are still alive, so I guess that's not what I'm thinking of. It'd be different if it had to be people that, like, Envy killed to turn into them, and then they're stuck inside Envy forever, but I don't think that's necessarily the case.
Snap out of it, you idiot! They're trapped inside. That's a trick, Ed. He's a monster.
Yeah, just either way, put them out of their misery. Just kill Envy. Come on, Ed.
Ed, no!
He's fine. So I'm gonna think that the only way they get out of this is like maybe Father has the power to pull them out of Gluttony's belly, and we're not gonna see him get out until he gets to Father. You know who. Scar's looking pretty chill right now. He's just... Oh. Wow, there they are right there.
See that fat one?
Yeah.
Heard them call him a homunculus. What's the armor boy doing with him?
It's probably a good reason you should know.
The gatekeepers.
They won't rip you up as long as you're with me.
Oh, great. Uh-oh.
Do we have much further?
May and Scar are gonna have to fight the gatekeepers, I guess.
Just ahead.
What is that? Looks
The stone! Kill it.
like stone.
I think I've got a way to get us out of here.
I'm glad that Envy's willing to listen.
For all I know, I might have been abandoned or sold before I even had one.
Now,
This seems out of nowhere. I'm here for it, but whoa.
this country.
Martial arts, firearms, and of course, swordsmanship.
Seemingly just men too, which is interesting that they're only looking at men as prospective Führers, but
I firmly believed it, and I endured any training to make it so.
so it seems like he was a regular human first, and then he got turned into a homunculus.
Another failure.
Do you have what it takes to become my fury? My wrath?
Whoa, this goes so deep. So there's a whole bunch of scientists that work for Father too.
Life force of countless human beings that contains their souls. My body was repeatedly destroyed from the inside out.
Oh my God.
Built by the stone. The only options I had were to die or to overcome its power.
I guess I'll try to overcome it.
Chose the latter.
So he was the first homunculus. No, because Reed and Lester way out. So
Now on, your name will be King Bradley.
they gave him that name. Okay, that makes sense. Why his first name's King.
Dominance within me, and only the most wrathful ones survived.
I'm glad that that's a plot point as to why his first name is King.
Soul was one of those within the Philosopher's Stone.
This is so interesting, actually.
You lived your life before as a human being. Why choose to be a homunculus, sir? Isn't there some way you can
And he's
adapt
continuing to
be a
age,
human
seemingly.
or not?
And is he the same person as he was pre-transition, or like has he always been wrathful, or did like the Philosopher's Stone exemplify like did that make him more wrathful?
You get us out of here and I'll gladly tell you everything.
Oh, all right. Let's do it.
Get ready. You better know what you're doing.
And you got nothing to lose. You're either dying in here or you're dying in there.
It's exactly like when Gluttony swallowed us.
First thing he's gonna see when he gets out of there is gonna be his father, right?
Soul are connected to one another by the mind.
You're not even trying to get your body back, are you?
Nope.
So this is it? Your father's on the
Oh
other
my
side?
God.
That's right.
There has to be a way to rescue brother in here.
Don't end here. Does he have his whole body back?
All right, I made it.
Oh no, he still has his metal arm. Okay. Who is that? It's not Al, is it? Oh my God, it's Al. Whoa.
Al, come on! Please! Hurry, Al! Al!
I can't. I can only leave with my own soul. I'm sorry I can't go with you.
Al does look bigger than Ed too, which is so funny, but oh my God. You can't just tease us with Al getting his body back like that. I can't even picture Al not being hit in his metal suit.
Alphonse! Look at me! I promise!
Damn.
Someday soon, I'm coming back for you! Just you wait! Wait for me!
Al doesn't look pressed for time. Wow. So even cooler than I imagined, the reunion wasn't with Father and Ed and Al. The reunion was Ed and Ed seeing Al's body. So that was actually, I was not expecting that. That's very cool. Al is seemingly taller than Ed. his hair's still growing and all that. So that's really funny. The comment they made the other episode where it's like, oh yeah, maybe Ed's been giving Al sustenance in some way. And that's also interesting because Al seemed to be aware there and at peace with the fact that he was there, or at least he knew that he had confidence in his brother that his brother would get him back at some point. I don't think Al in the metal suit is going to retain that memory of that, but that's so interesting. But back to Bradley. So seemingly the homunculi are not created out of thin air. They are. It's a regular human that's then transformed into a homunculus, which then makes them an artificial human, which I don't get, because I'm like, well, they were already human to begin with, so what? So how are they now an artificial human? I'm not crazy, right? Like that's kind of a bit of a little confusing there. I'm sure they'll answer it. Which then brings me back to my original point. A gluttony is not a regular looking human. So has gluttony always been that like malformed and just looks like that? Because people aren't built like that, at least to my knowledge. Unless there's like different ways to create or turn something into a homunculi, I guess. Like, could gluttony be created out of thin air, whereas Bradley was a human that then got turned into a homunculus? Oh, okay, so that makes sense then, because Bradley got changed into a homunculus when he was like a young man, so, like very clearly in his like 20s or something like that. But now he's older. He's like 60 something, but he is aging. Whereas we saw with like lust and greed, like greed said something that's been 100 years. And in reference to Bradley, he's like, who's the new guy? Wrath? So greed and lust have not aged a day, whereas Bradley has. So I guess that is how it works. You can either make a human into a homunculus, or you can create a homunculus out of thin air, and the ones that are created out of thin air don't age, whereas the ones that are human turned homunculus do age. I see. I'm assuming that's correct. We'll see. I might be wrong, but I feel like I'm on to something. So now I'm thinking, and remember with Dr. Kimball, they wanted to try to make a portal with him, so I think they want to turn him into homunculus, which I guess that means Dr. Kimball, Ed, and Al, and I could have sworn they said Mustang was a candidate. I could be wrong, but for right now I'll say Dr. Kimball, Ed, and Al are possible candidates to become a homunculus, so they might turn Dr. Kimball into... Well, we have Sloth, so I guess the only ones that are missing are Lust and Greed. Can we... I guess Lust could be a guy, too, so, maybe they want to turn Dr. Kimball into Greed or Lust, but do they need to, like, exude those properties? Because they made it seem like... Bradley was saying that Wrath... In order to become Wrath, he had to be the most wrathful out of the candidates. So maybe you need to exude that quality to actually be able to become one of the homunculus. Like, you need to be a greedy person to become greed. You need to be a lusty person to become lust. I don't know. But I feel like that sounds right. Because for a while, I was like, maybe they just... Maybe it's just those are their names and there's really nothing to read behind it. But Wrath did say you had to be the most wrathful to become Wrath. So maybe there's something to it there. Definitely a lot of questions after this episode. I'm excited to see what they do. I do think it'll be a pretty cool plot point to see one of our good guys. I don't want to see Mustang become a homunculus, though, but, like, it'd be kind of cool, right? to see him become a homunculus. But I hope Mustang stays as he is. Which, seemingly, Bradley wants to keep him around for some reason, because I guess he's a candidate. So that's why they're going to bring in Hawkeye to use as leverage. This is taking a nice turn. I like this. And hopefully we're one step closer to get Al his body back. Again, like, it's hard to picture Al not being in the metal suit, but I'll definitely be happy to see him get his body back. That would be a very nice payoff. and we still have so many episodes to go. So I'm definitely gonna rewatch that bit in the episode when they were talking about that one town or whatever that got destroyed, and Envy has all of their bodies contained or something like that. So I'm not sure if that's Envy specific. Like I'm not sure. I might have missed something as far as what's going on there, but I'll definitely rewatch that scene and make sure I didn't miss any info. But yeah, seemingly I'm picturing that Al and Gluttony are just going to open the door to Father, and then out comes Envy, Ling, and Ed. So everyone's going to be reunited at the same time, and then Scar and May are going to come trickling in too. That's too chaotic. May and Scar can't come rushing in right away. They need to at least give Ed, Al, and Father an episode to catch up. So we'll see what happens there. They are currently fighting the Gatekeepers. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. This was a good 2-episode binge. Definitely looking forward to the next episode. I will see you guys there. Alright? Have a good one. Bye.